So I'm sitting here live with Lonzo, the Godfather of West Coast hip hop. And as I say every week, y'all, from the West Coast to the East Coast and everything between, folks, from Eve after dark to concerts in the park. This is how we do it. This is how it's done. Look here, folks. Unfortunately, I got some good news and bad news. The good news is I'm still here. The bad news, my guest had to cancel. Unfortunately, there has been some type of family issue, and my guest had to cancel today, folks. And Dusty ain't here, so it's gonna be me and y'all look like shit. So, anybody on the line right now, we got some issues to talk about. We got things to talk about. We can make some things happen. This is what we do, folks. Sometimes it don't work out the way it's planned. I just got the text right before the cameras came on. Hey, bro, I'm so sorry, man. I'm caught up here at the house with the family, and I'm unable to do the show today. Please forgive me, blah, blah, blah. So, as I sit here, folks, between me, you, and this camera, I just got the camera to working. So it's not a bad day after all. I was not having a problem with that. But yeah, folks, I'm going to the chat room. I see my chat room is in the house. Smash the like button. Much love to you, folks. Dusty, come on with me, man. I need some help over here. It's just me and you right now. They canceled. They just canceled. If you're available, come on and sit with me for a minute. I'd appreciate it. It's all good. Things happen. Miami 808. You damn right, man. Montana Max, what's up with you folks? Yes, it does happen like that sometimes. And that's the only part about being live. If people can't make it in the time that we designate for the show, it just makes it that much. It makes it hard for us to stay consistent. But you know what? I'm gonna do a show whether it's me by myself, me and Dusty, whatever the case. Just me in the chat room. Don't need no help, folks. I do this. Godfather, we in here. Peace, Dusty. Much love. Cerebral life. Celebrate life, cerebral. Much love to you. What's good, Lonzo? Love your podcast. Keep up the good work. God keep blessing you to move forward. Much love to you, Doc. Hey, folks, check it out. This is crazy right here. Your boy going to the Super Bowl. Yes, that's right. The Godfather of West Coast hip hop will be at the Super Bowl next Sunday. The Lyrical Revolution will be at the Super Bowl next Sunday, up close and personal, to witness all the energy and also witness West Coast history as Dr. Dre, Snoop, Kendrick Lamar, Mary J. Blige, and Eminem grace the stage of the halftime show. Now, folks, for me, that's some super personal shit. That's some super personal stuff to see a brother that I raised from about 17 years old, rock with us, World Class Wrecking Crew, to see him on the Super Bowl at the halftime. That's a major accomplishment. Yeah. And it gives me a sense of pride to be able to say, hey, I got that brother on the road. I put him up in game. We haven't talked in a minute, but I'm quite sure if I get a chance to holler at him, it's going to be all love. What? Them tickets are insane. Nothing under 2,000. I ain't seen nothing under 5,000. I don't know what tickets you looking at. I didn't see nothing under 5,000. I'm hooked through a nonprofit situation, and I'm blessed to be able to say me and my crew will be there. We'll be there hanging out, doing our thing. We're gonna be doing some. We helping out. Put it that way. We helping out, and I'm just glad to be able to say I was at the Super Bowl when it came to LA, and the Rams won the Super Bowl for the first time in God knows how long. All right. Yes, it's gonna be a great game, Steven Simmons. It's gonna be a fantastic game. I'm looking forward to it, folks. I was there Sunday. I went to the playoff game as well Sunday, and man, the energy in that place was just phenomenal. I'm a grown man. I've been to a lot of shows. I've been to a lot of concerts. I've never experienced anything like that, that large, that big. Okay, to sit there and witness that last 30 seconds play and the field goal that won the game, folks. It was a hell of a situation. Dusty, when I see you, Doc, what's happening with you?
What up, my man?
Hanging out, man, hanging out. You know how we do it, Doc. Sometimes the show don't, things life kicks into a live show, and my folks didn't make it. Unfortunately, they apologized, gave us their apologies. I think they had a death in the family, man, and I
Oh,
believe
man.
that's what's going on.
That's definitely understandable. All good, all good. Let me close my
Yeah.
window real quick. Yeah, man. Good to hang out with you on Thursday, man.
Yes, my your stream looking much better than the rate. No, I haven't done anything to my stream at all. You know what? I think what it was, man. I think my stream may have accidentally went down to 480. The one time you mentioned it to me. I'm
Yeah.
usually broadcasting in 1080, and sometimes the settings, how computers are. You put it one way and you forget about it. Next thing you know, you're doing something different. But yeah, I'm definitely broadcasting in 1080 today, folks. I'm glad you keep me up on that, Doc. I really appreciate that.
Yeah,
So
now
we
yeah, last Tuesday was looking a little weird there.
Yeah, you know what, man? Every once in a while, because like today, right before I came on, um, the camera wouldn't come on, and then when I went live, everything worked fine. So it is what it is, Doc. It is what it is. I'm gonna roll with it. Looks better, Doc. Good stuff. Thank you, Cerebral.
God,
Celebrate life, Cerebral. What's happening with you, Dusty?
man, I'm chilling, man. Week flew by. Looking forward to the weekend. Shoot, we got a lot of stuff that we didn't get to past couple of weeks that we can actually jump on. Before we do
Let's jump
that,
on it.
Monterey Ross wants to know: are you still cool with Dr. Dre, and have you ever met Snoop Dogg?
Yeah, I'm cool with Dre. Met Snoop Dogg. Never met Eminem. Never met 50 Mary J. Blige. But I have met Kendrick Lamar. So I'm 3 out of 5 for the Super Bowl.
There you go. There you go. Phil Mo says you have a good Cold 187 story.
The best one I got is that's one of the groups I missed out on. I was kind of talked out of those fellas. Laylaw was a good friend of mine. He is a good friend of mine. And when they first did their first demo, he brought it straight to me. He brought Above the Law straight to Lonzo, and I liked it. And I got talked out of it, and I realized later on that I got talked out of it because they was about to do the CMW project, and I think Above the Law might have had a little bit more to offer. And it is what it is.
Damn. So you liked them, but you just didn't jump on it. Is that what you meant?
I never was into the gangster stuff. That's just me. I play it. I dance to it. Just not what I do. Because I know it comes with certain things that it comes with another lifestyle, man. It comes with another lifestyle. And I was interested in it, but because they know that ain't what I really do, I kind of got talked out of it.
Yeah, you got to think about the traveling aspect and the other gangs. Probably, like there's a lot of things you probably have to worry about being a
Yeah.
gangster manager or something like that.
It's definitely a different lifestyle, dude. I avoided it all my life. So I just feel like I wanted to wait till I was a grown ass man. That was about, I might have been 30 something that happened. So I just didn't want to be a part of that situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are more hustlers and gangsters, but at that time it was hard to tell the difference between the two. They were definitely more hustlers and gangsters. But you're right. It's just sometimes it gets a little hard. It can be a thin line because with egos and if folks get sensitive, start ego tripping. That's when the shit jump off. So I get it, but yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah, no, that's probably your best bet. I have a question actually, and shout out to Celebrate Life Cerebral. He says, "Dope shirt, Dusty. Thank you very much."
It is a nice shirt. I would say the same thing.
Also has all the West Coast players. It doesn't have Lonzo in here, which kind of sucks.
That motherfucker need to be burned then.
But everybody in here has some sort of connection, I'm sure, to Lonzo. I mean, I'm looking at Daz, MC8, Yo-Yo, Corrupt. I mean, East 40, Nate Dogg, Ice-T, EAZY, obviously, Cube. I mean, most of these people, if not all of them, have some sort of connection to
Yes,
Lonzo.
sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, man.
I was with Corrupt over the weekend, man. We had a chance to connect. I never really kicked it with Corrupt. Again, people, well, all these cats from the same hood. No, I mean, they from your area. Yeah, but they're all younger than I am. They're a lot younger than I am. These guys just, they barely, they're in their 40s, maybe early 50s now. At that time, it was a big difference in the, it seemed like a big difference in the age and the mentality group. But as folks hit that 50 mark, their attitudes change. They get a lot more appreciative of life. They a lot more appreciative of the history. And I was talking to Corrupt the other night, and I was like, "Man, what part of Long Beach you from?" I'm not from Long Beach. I said, "You're not? He's
Nope.
from the '60s." I never knew that.
Yeah, Crenshaw Slauson.
I never knew that. I just assumed that he was hanging out with Snoop and Daz that he was from Long Beach. I learned something myself. So he agreed to do the show as well. So I'm gonna try and book him in the next week or so, man. Also hooked up with BG Knockout. Somebody asked about BG Knockout coming on the show. BG Knockout, he walked up to me. "Hey, what's up, Lonzo? How you doing, man?" I knew who he was, but I wasn't sure. And he confirmed who he was. And we kicked it for a few minutes, and he definitely said he'll do the show. So I'm looking forward to all these shows. I met some great acts, man. I was in
Nice.
Vegas. I was only in Vegas for like 20, maybe 24 hours, man. But I met some great acts while I was in town. It was definitely worth the trip. These guys, they had a group. They weren't even a group. There was two guys, two Latino guys. Might have been Filipino. I'm not sure. But one of them could dance his ass off. And I don't really watch guys dance. This dude was really a hell of a dancer. Not pop locker, just a great dancer. And he was a great lyricist. And what caught me more than anything, they were having fun while they were doing their show. The lyrics were fun. The people were having fun listening to them. They had even some funny lines in it. So I interviewed them, and I'm gonna have them on my channel. If you haven't downloaded the channel yet, please download it. Go to Roku, download the channel, the Homegrown Media Network, folks. It's up and running. I have podcasts. I have some of these shows on here, as well as video shows, some movies. I need some support on the Homegrown Media Network, folks. Please download the Homegrown Media Network, and I'm going to change that. Oh, my bad. What did I do? I'm gonna do this right now so that I can. There you go. Do this right now. So I'm gonna change it up so we can get the maximum from the channel there. Let people know we need some support on that channel situation.
There it is. There it is. What up to the chat room? Hey, Miami 808 wants to know who did the keyboards for the old school world class wrecking crew jams such as He's Bionic and Juice.
We had a keyboard player on Juice, guy named Key Punch. If you asked me his real name, I couldn't tell you. We nicknamed him Key Punch because he was a keyboard player. He was a church kid, played with two hands, and I brought him on. He was in the studio with us, and then on He's Bionic. Might have been him and Dre because he was around for a while. He was the only keyboard player. Daniel Sofer did Juice. Oh, I'm sorry. Daniel Sofer did Juice. Daniel Sofer did Juice. Daniel Sofer did Surgery and Juice. And Key Punch might have did the demos, but when it came to the studio, Daniel Sofer did Surgery and Juice. Key Punch may have done He's Bionic, I believe. Him along with Dre.
Okay. Nice. You know what? I have a question for you, Lonzo. Talent-wise, who, in your opinion, is the most all-around talented person from N.W.A? Rand, Cube. Right, there you go. Talk to me.
Well, and Dre's talented as well when it comes to music. But Cube was probably the most versatile guy. I mean, Cube, actor, producer, writer, overall businessman. Dre, he had some good connections, made some good moves. But when it came to creating entities and other streams of income on his own or with the assistant, the way he headed up movie situation, the way he took over his production company. So I got to give it to Cube, man.
Makes a lot of sense. I would say Cube as well. I'll definitely say Cube. Thank you, Miami 808. Celebrate Life Cerebral. Says Cube is the greatest lyricist in the game, hands down. He is definitely up there. And if anyone told me he's in their top 5, I couldn't argue with him at all.
Right. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. He is a brand within himself. Of course, all of them are brands. It's just that when you see them, when you take them and separate them, and you see how they shoot up, when you take Cube left and shot up by himself. Dre blew up with the help of Jimmy Iovine, and again he had his own brand. Ren done a few things, Yella's done a few things, but again, Cube has surpassed everybody in various entertainment fields, and that's why I say he is, as my boy say, the GOAT.
There it is. Ren. A lot of people say Ren, lyric-wise, is up there with Ice Cube. What would you say about that?
He is a great lyricist. Yes, he is. I think he just may have that may be his one wheelhouse that I know of. I don't know any of his business ventures. So being a great lyricist is great, but what else can you do? What have you done for me lately?
Yeah, and it was so weird because I was checking for Ren too, because that "Kiss My Black Ass" album was, I mean, to this day it gets rotation when I'm feeling in my '90s vibe, and after that, just nothing from it, man. And he doesn't do interviews, so it's like we don't even know like why he stopped,
right. So,
and that was the shortest chapter in your book, right?
Right. He was the shortest chapter in my book because he was the one member of N.W.A. I knew very little about. All I know is we have the same birthday.
Yeah. Man, and Cube started out doing like parodies, right?
What now?
Was that his thing? Parodies? Cube's thing was parodies at the beginning, like doing parodies.
I wouldn't call it parodies. They were
comedy,
more imitators of the Beastie Boys than anything. They were kind of knocking off the Beastie Boys with Illin, Cash Money, or something like that. There was 3 or 4 songs they did with me that were just kind of direct Beastie Boy knockoffs. They were just trying to find their way, and can't get mad about that. It did remind me of CB4 in the early days. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. When I saw CB4, I was like, damn, am I supposed to be goddamn Trusters or goddamn the other one, the guy that owned the club?
Yeah, the one Charlie Murphy's character played.
Right, Charlie. Am I supposed? Which am I supposed to be? Trusters or Gusto?
Gusto.
I was right there in the middle of both of them, to tell you the truth. But right there in the middle, I could have been either one of them. But yeah, it just that was something I reminded. When I saw that movie, I started laughing because it made so much sense.
Damn. Yeah, man. Yeah, Montrace, he's never met MC Ren when he was younger. He just asked if he did, and no, he did not. Nope. Shortest chapter in his book. Nope. You know what? Someone asked Crazy Bone something a few weeks ago when we were interviewing him. And I would love to know if you know anything about this. But someone asked him about this secret meeting that was held in 1991 between some really rich white people, music execs, and some rappers and things like that. But what allegedly happened at this meeting was record execs were encouraged to push gangster rap music because it led to more people being incarcerated, which in turn would help the private prisons that these music execs were allegedly profiting off of. Is that a urban legend, or do you know anything about that?
Like I told, we talked about this, and like I told Crazy Bone, I wasn't there. He wasn't there. But the effects of the meeting, whether they were factual or urban legend, are still in effect. Okay, and it makes you believe. It makes you believe in that meeting because everything that was said, that was supposed to have been said in that meeting, has become history. It shows you that a lot of what we experienced is by plan, and to see the prisons get privatized, crack cocaine becomes felonies, whereas powder cocaine goes to rehab, mandatory sentencing. The whole crack epidemic was just pushed on the black community around the country. It definitely put us. And then they privatized the prisons and made money off of something. They created a problem and made money off the solution. A problem was created, and they made money off the solution. You got to understand, man. In some eyes, some people's eyes, we are very disposable. Think about that, man. In the eyes of some people in this country, we're disposable. You know, they don't have a use for us like they used to. Like
Damn.
Richard Pryor said, they got new niggas. You know, and so many folks in our current atmosphere insist on doing things that just, I don't make sense to anybody, and we're number one probably in self annihilation, but we're the last in retaliation. So we losing on both ends, baby. You're gonna get me to one of them heavy conversations today, man.
I jumped on the call late, so you must have covered that when I wasn't on. Shout out to DCOS, $20, man. Thank you so much.
Much love, DCOS.
Thank you, man. Yes, Crypto Charles says even MC Hammer tried to go gangster. When you saw MC Hammer go from dancing and Taco Bell commercials to the little thong and the bandana, what were your thoughts?
Hammer sold out. He tried to buy in because they thought he had sold out. He tried to buy in because everybody said he sold out. Okay, that was the street overtone about Hammer. Hammer had a clean image. He hanging out with Neon Dion. He dancing with James Brown, Michael Jackson. He got Hammer time. He got Hammer commercials. He got chicken commercials. He got Pepsi commercials, and he became victim of the niggerism of the streets. Oh man, Hammer got too much going on. He sold out. No, Hammer bought in to what was popular. In fact, every time you get a record contract, you sell out. Every time you get a record contract, you in a position to sell out. Okay? Let me correct that. So all Hammer did was maximize his position because he had the image. He had all the songs, Can't Touch This, Let's Pray. He had everything going for him. He had the haircut, he had the glasses, the big old Hammer pants, he was dancing, he was entertaining. There was something that nobody had seen from hip hop as of yet. He was a global entertainer. Okay, he did something nobody else could do, and he played the role. You know, like I said, he didn't play the gangster role, but everybody knew Hammer wasn't no joke. Okay, it's a known fact. Hammer ain't no joke. Okay, don't let them baggy pants fool you. But he fell to the pressure because if I'm not mistaken, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, that at one point in time he was employing brothers from the streets. Then he allegedly bought the Oakland Police Department helicopter. You know, okay. So allegedly, he was employing brothers from the streets. That part I do believe. Then they said allegedly he's supposed to have bought the police department a helicopter. So that just pissed everybody off.
Damn, dude.
Okay. So you on one side, you're giving cats jobs. Other side, you help the police catch the ones that ain't working for you. And it just didn't work. Then he went to the humps and the bumps, and it was over with after that.
Yeah, man. And like Lonzo said, don't let those baggy jeans fool you. They called him Hammer because allegedly when he was younger, he would always have a gun on him, a hammer. And he was a real gangster growing up, apparently.
You know, but he knew how to play the role, though.
Well,
you know? He knew how to smile and, shake hands and speak English and all that good stuff. And at that time, that was the flavor of the day. And he took his pants off and did that jacuzzi scene with them sisters, all them fine girls shaking their ass. It was a good idea. It looked good. Bad idea.
Yeah.
For him. Tupac did it with no problem. Okay? Hammer had too many kids looking at it. That's the part people forget. When your audience is young white kids, there's certain shit you can't do. Well, you used to couldn't do, put it that way.
Right.
Certain things you used to couldn't do. Nowadays, you pretty much do what the hell you want to.
You would probably know about this because you toured and things like that, but what would you say an average MC Hammer show costs him with the dancers, the lights, the pyros? Because he was giving shows, dude.
Probably about 50 racks, easy.
Whew.
He had 30 people on the staff. He had numerous dancers. Sometimes he had a band. Uh, you got to haul all that stuff. You got to comb all that hair. Somebody got to deal with them costumes because you be on stage for 45 minutes to an hour dancing, you're gonna get funky. Under them hot ass old school regular light, them them church's chicken lights. Oh shit, they'll bake your ass, okay? Those old ass lights will literally make your ass sweat. You ain't got to do nothing. I got some here in the studio. I had to get rid of them. I had to change them out for LEDs. But them old liquor store chicken lights, that's what we call them. You sit in front of one of them some bitches, they like 1,000 watts, and they hit them beams, hit your ass. You know you under the light, dude. That some bitch is hot as hell. So when you do that, you're gonna sweat, you're gonna perspire, your suit costume is gonna be funky. So you gotta have people to do all that. You gotta feed all them people, man. There's people behind the stage you ain't gonna never see to make that show run. Hairdressers, clothes, wardrobe people, sound men, light men, roadies. Dude, it's a big show.
Yeah, man.
So, he made $30 million in 1 year, so he definitely earned it. And we performed with him one time when he was on his way up. He hadn't blown up yet. We performed with him in 357 somewhere up north, but he hadn't got the superstar status yet. He was on his way though.
Oh man, one of the true horror stories of hip hop, to lose $30 million, man. And this is 1990s 30 million, which probably double that now.
Well, he tried to keep things going longer than the limelight would allow it. Allegedly, he leased a bunch of cars. He didn't want to repossess people's cars, and he did it till he couldn't do it no more. And it's commendable, but not very professional. Very commendable that he was able to. He wanted to keep everybody rolling and riding. And in some cases, it's stories about people didn't appreciate that when he couldn't do it no more, they still got mad. So it is what it is, man. It is what it is, Doc. Sometimes you can never, people get so used to eating off of you when when the food run out, they mad because you ain't got no more forks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, a couple people said Oaktown 357. Yeah, I have a great interview with Sweet LD on my channel. If you type in Dusty Vision, Sweet LD, or Oaktown 357, you'll definitely get to hear her side of things. Apparently 357 didn't get paid. There was a lot of stuff. This is all her stories, but I would definitely have you guys check that out for sure. Yeah, man. Hammer, damn crazy. Shout out to the chat room going nuts tonight.
Yeah, I love it.
Montrance Ross, this question is for you, Lonzo and Dusty. Do y'all think crack and cocaine is still bringing down communities today? I'll go real quick. Give me 20 seconds, and then you take the stage, Lonzo. But I think the effects of what happened in the 80s and 90s are obviously still around. But I think opioids is a bigger issue. But I could be wrong. But I just think from what I'm reading that opioid is a huge issue, even in the hood. I don't know. What do you say, Lonzo?
Well, the effects of crack cocaine is still very prominent because a lot of guys are just getting out of jail. A lot of guys are just getting out of jail, or just getting rehab. I don't see it. I don't even know a good crackhead or crackheads no more. Okay, used to be, they were pretty prevalent back at one point in time. There may still be a few. Crack dealers are very far and few between. I haven't seen that. I used to know a bunch of them. Don't know them no more. Okay. Willie Mo, much love to you, Doc. So, but the effects, like I said, you got guys. I got a buddy of mine who killed somebody, just got out of jail after 34 years. So yes, the effects of crack. He's still on probation. Going to be on probation for another 15 years. So the effects of crack cocaine is still very prominent in the community. Crack cocaine did a whole lot to the community that people may not realize. I mean, it ran a lot of the black business owners out of the community. Before crack cocaine, most of the businesses that are now ran by other people were ran by black folks. The chicken places, your liquor stores, your laundromats, your restaurants, all those spots If you were in from LA, don't know about no place else, but I know LA like the back of my hand. LA after the '64 riots had a big influx of black business. They had a lot of loans. People was going into business, and the Jewish community left LA after the riots. They got the hell up out of here. So black folks took over all those businesses. And then when crack came in, it created such a vicious situation between the crackheads and the dealers. Folks was getting robbed, getting killed. You know, crack created a vicious a vicious cycle of death and destruction. Not to mention the babies that it messed up. You had them crack babies that was born that would just cry for hours for no reason. They were born premature. The whole thing was messed up, man. And it just the remnant, what do you call it? The remnants of what crack did to the community is still very prevalent in the community.
God, yeah, man, that's sad. Hope that answered your question. And you said something that I never heard anyone say until I started doing this show. That I agree 100%. That if there's any case for reparations for Black people, it's the crack epidemic.
If ever, okay, fine. Your great granddaddy didn't own slaves, but you didn't own none. But y'all all know what happened in the hood. You all know that Oliver North, Noriega, all of them got together. Reagan pulled the jobs out the community. Everybody knows the whole routine of what led to the crack epidemic. Before Reagan came into office, there were plenty of jobs in the community. You could leave your high school and go get you a job and retire from a good job at a auto plant, tire plant, the post office, Douglas Aircraft, Todd Shipyard. Everybody in my family had a job there. All you needed was a high school diploma in most cases. Sometimes all you needed was a good, strong back, and you got a job. You might not promote, but you can get a job. You can take care of your family on one income. Okay? And Reagan came in and started shipping jobs overseas. The community's jobs got scarce. All of a sudden, here comes another source of income, but it came with another price. And that's the part people don't understand. It was a trap. It was a trap. Trap for the community. We were paid very handsomely to destroy ourselves. What they called it, meritorious.
We talked about that.
Yeah, it was a form, and I see it as a form of meritorious manumission.
There you go. Okay? Damn, I can never say that.
Meritorious manumission, where few people benefited from the demise of many. Okay? Back then in 1710, and we talked about this before, 1710, when they first passed that law for meritorious manumission, they had a situation where if you knew of somebody, if a group of blacks knew of a situation that was going to affect a white person, whoever told on the black folks got their freedom.
Yep.
Well, in this case, if you were able to bring something to the community and destroy the community, you got paid. Same thing. Same thing. But then they chased your ass for selling this shit. Cold game, man. Cold game, dude.
God. And you lived through it. You lived through it, which is crazy to me that you saw the transition. And we've talked about this before, but it just always amazes me that you remember when there were actually black businesses. I mean, other than some online people that I know, I can't think of any business I could walk into and it's owned by a black person in Los Angeles.
Dude, it was no big deal, man. All the gas stations were black owned. All of it. Everybody pumped back then they pumped your gas still, man.
Yeah.
All the pump jockeys pumped your gas, checked your tires, checked the air in your tires. They checked the oil in your car. If you wanted some cigarettes, they would come to your car, get the money, go buy the cigarettes, bring them back to you. Okay? Yeah. So it was a different era, Doc. It was definitely a different era. Thank you, D-Call, 1782, my bad, 1782. But yeah, that was a pivotal law. Now imagine that, man. There's a law that says you will get your freedom if you will allow folks, if you will keep us informed of what your people are doing.
Yes, they do that shit in North Korea. in North Korea, if you know your neighbor's trying to escape or they're doing something they're not supposed to be doing, you're
Right.
supposed to tell them. Basically, if you don't tell them, you get killed. But yeah, it's kind of the same shit.
Yeah. So if you were planning something, they said at one point in time, they said over 200 revolts had been planned. Not one of them was successful because somebody snitched.
Hmm.
Okay, and if you was back then, if you planned a revolt, you finna get hung.
Hmm.
You finna
Yeah,
get a visit from the sheep brothers.
man.
Okay, so cold game, Doc. But again, man, if you look at the big picture and what we see right now, you got so many people pushing this lifestyle that's unattainable for most people. But people will risk their freedom and their lives to try and live this lifestyle, or spend up all their money to try and look like they living the lifestyle of somebody who's living it, but they got so much, they got so much of a head start. You probably won't never catch them, but they make it seem like it's easy, and it's not that easy.
Mm-mm.
Okay,
No,
it's not that easy.
no. Man, we're getting deep tonight, Lonzo. Ganju wrote, says, shout out, peace, Lonzo and
That's my
Dusty.
boy there. We got to talk. I'm gonna give you a call tomorrow, Doc. I'm running, but I'll give you a call.
Thank you, Marlon Cozy. Always showing love, man. Drop $4.99. Really appreciate you. Crypto Charles is working at the car wash.
Amen.
So there was a time, and no diss to my Latino home, but there was a time where you could pass a car wash, Lonzo, and it was all black folks, man.
Hell yeah.
Damn, dude, I can't.
Hell yeah, dude. I'm not racist. I'm just race observant. Okay, I remember shit. Okay, and it's not. And I feel like Whoopi. I feel like Whoopi got in trouble for saying something. It could have been that I felt was true, but I'm not gonna get that. That's not an issue tonight. But I'm just saying when you know the truth and you speak the truth, sometimes people get mad because the truth sting like a son of a bitch. Okay, at one point in time, that most every car wash you went to, every tire shop, every car wash you went to, it was all brothers there. There was a white guy behind the counter collecting the money, but the brother was putting the tires on. I remember that because here's something that I thought about this when I was a kid. This guy went to school, got a diploma to put tires on a car. You ain't got to go to school for that. Okay? I mean, I just thought about that. Why would you go to school and just come back to put tires on cars? And that just something that registered with me as being kind of odd. But once you talk to them, you realize they went to school, they didn't go every day. They didn't go every day. That's why they out there putting tires on cars.
Mm. And another thing that trips me out that you had me thinking about is it was crazy how you could buy a house back then, raise a family, send your kids to college, all on sometimes just one salary. I mean, you can't. There's no way you could do that in LA nowadays, pretty much.
Not possible, Doc. We were laughing the other day. My cousin was talking about how much your mom's house cost. They bought it in '64. House was like $6,000. Whole house, 2 bedrooms, big lot. It was 2 bedrooms, but it was a big lot. $6,000. The house I lived in, my dad bought it. It was $8,000, and the house note was like $180 a month. $180 a month. When I sold it, and I finally sold that house, I got 80 grand for it. Now it's worth about 500,000. I sold it 30 years ago, 34 years ago, but now it's worth like 500,000. My buddy bought it from me, so he tells me about everything he does with it. So it's just amazing, man. Just how times change. If my daddy was alive right now, he probably would have a fit to see that the amount of money that we spend in our gas tank going to cut lines on the Saturday afternoon is for one tank, 1 gallon of gas. We would put 15, 20 cents worth of gas in each lawnmower, fill up the 5 gallon tank with another 5 gallons, and then put another, I don't know, the rest in the tank. If we spent $9, $10, that was a whole lot of gas. That was a whole lot of gas, dude. That was a whole lot of gas. I mean, I had mini bikes, man. I've always been petroleum conscious because I had mini bikes as a kid. So it cost you 15 cents to fill your mini bike up. 15 cents. Nah, it's $1. That's $1 some change. Like I take. I have a couple of gas power tools around my house. I have a gas powered generator for when I go out to mobile parties, and it blew me away. It cost me $20 to fill up the gas tank in my damn generator. It messed me up, dude.
Wow.
I bought a regular generator. I bought a solar generator now.
Damn. You just always buy. You're a gadget guy, huh? You love buying.
Yeah, dude. Because you know what, man? I'm waiting for COVID to break, dude. Because I got some shit planned. I'm gonna be backstage Saturday. I'm trying to go backstage Saturday for they have a big concert in Inglewood. So I want to go backstage, interview Lenny Williams, my boy Jay King from Club Nouveau, Confunction. So if y'all see me pop up live Saturday afternoon, be ready for it, folks, because I figured out now I can go live from my camera and from my tablet. So yes, I'm gonna be doing a lot more shit out in the streets. Plus, I'm gonna be at the Super Bowl. I'm gonna be working. I'm gonna be downtown at the NFL Experience for the pre-Super Bowl weekend. So I'm gonna be doing a lot more shit here, folks. So y'all just be ready, man. Just be ready.
Yeah, love it, man.
I put all my gadgets to work, all of
them. Love it. D-Cause says, Lonzo and Dusty, are your kids in the business? Nah, my son's a great college student. He's just doing his thing in college, going down the psych route. He wants to be in the psych field. So no, he's not interested in being in front of camera or doing a podcast. What about you, Lonzo?
My youngest son is a hell of a drummer. He just bought his own copy of Ableton 11, and now we got to fight for my studio so I can get in and do what I got to do on my podcast on my television channel. So yeah, my son is trying to get in the game. He's the only kid I have that's interested. My daughter did a song back in the day, but she moved on and went to school, got her degree, did some other stuff. I have one nephew in Vegas, IDK Rowe, that is following in my footsteps. So I work with him a lot. So I got to say, yeah.
Cool. CL says, speaking of car wash, did you know any of Rolls Royce? They are around your age and come from 88th and Haas in South Central.
Yes, sir. I know Kenny Copeland. Kenny Copeland's a good friend of mine. He's played Eve After Dark. He played Rolls Royce. Has played Eve After Dark. They played Eve After Dark and my birthday party they did for me a few years back at Hollywood Park Casino. But yeah, me and Rolls Royce, we go back. Yes, sir.
Let's see. Also wants to know, Lonzo, who are the best DJs from Compton? Turntables, scratching, etc.
One of the best. What's his name? Damn it. Oh my God, he was awesome. He had won the 80. I think it was the 88 spinoff or something like that. Come on, so y'all got to help me with this right here.
Look it up. You can definitely say DJ Quick is one of them. I'm gonna throw that out there real quick.
I don't know DJ Quick that well as a DJ. Okay, I know him as a great producer, but as far as DJs, Joe Cooley is a good one. And the brother I want to name, me and his manager are super tight, and I can't think of his name right now. But he was the shit at one time. He was killing Aladdin, DJ Aladdin. Thank you. DJ Aladdin.
Okay.
DJ Aladdin was killing it for a while. He was the man. Okay, he was the man. I think he won the one of those contests in New York one year. Went out there and kicked ass. Okay. Yes, Joe Cooley is the shit. Yes, Joe Cooley is dope too. But DJ Aladdin was at one point in time, he was the undisputed baddest motherfucker out of Compton.
Mm.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Nice.
Yes, sir.
Joe Cooley, huh? Joe Cooley's from Compton, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
That's right.
And the clientele used to all hang together over from the village.
Okay.
Yep.
Let's see. D-Cos says, Lonzo, quick question. They are announcing a special guest at the Super Bowl. People are speculating that it's Ice Cube. Your thoughts?
I wouldn't put it past him. I think it would be either Ice Cube. Who else would it be?
It would be dope if the whole NWA just like Brand showed up. Yeah, I'm just as a hip hop nerd, thinking how
That
dope
would
that
be a hell of a situation for as a nice. That would be a great time for a reunion. You're damn right. Okay, I hit Yellow today. He ain't said nothing about it, so I don't
would.
think it's NWA.
Unless mum's the word, I don't know. You
Yeah,
know what? Let's keep talking about NWA a little bit. How hard was it for them to, or easy for them specifically, to sell millions of records without any airplay?
it wasn't hard at all, man, because at that time there was a huge underground market. The best records were sold underground. Back then, you didn't want to go. You almost didn't want to go to mainstream. Mainstream was almost a curse. Um, if you were able to, because mainstream to go mainstream costs so much money. Okay, when you go underground, that's an organic growth, and that's what they were going for, and they made the stuff. And it word of mouth, man, word of mouth. They did get some airplay, but nowhere near what you would think they'd have to get to sell the amount of records they sold.
Okay. Yeah, a lot of people are speculating who it's going to be. Raven Raiders says Lynch Mob reunion would be nice. That would be pretty dope, but I don't think that's going to happen. They did have a problem though. What about Chris the Glove? What do you know about him?
Underrated cat, very underrated. One of the best producers. Did a lot of stuff for Dre. Still works for Jay right to this day. Super underrated. He was a West Side cat. He did one of my shows before. I'm gonna get him again. He did a podcast with me once before, and I had people still coming to the studio. He came by the pad and kicked it with me for a while, and he told me a lot of stuff that I didn't know about. He's a musician as well, and he was also in the West Side Club, and that was always his thing. When he did, him and Ice-T got together and did that one song, "Wicked." Was it Wicked?
Ice-T or Ice Cube?
Ice-T. I'm sorry, Ice-T.
Ice-T and Chris the Glove. I know they did a lot of stuff together.
Yeah.
Because he used to play at the Radiotron, which is what we talked about a couple of weeks ago.
Spike gloves and shit. That's it. All that demonic shit.
Reckless.
Yeah, Reckless. Mm-hmm. Reckless, right. So yeah, he had a lot of experience doing what he was doing. Before hip hop even really blew up on the West Coast, they had something going on.
You know what? Do you know? I'm sorry, R.I.P. Did you know DJ Train?
Yes, I did. I knew DJ Train. He was a DJ for EAZY and JJ Fad.
Yeah.
Lived in Compton, and that's when he died. I think his family. I know he burned up in a fire, man. But really some horrible shit right around Christmas time. That's when Eric put me on as a liaison for Ruthless, and they had me deliver some money to the family on behalf of Ruthless Records. And by that time, EAZY couldn't really come to the hood that much. He came around, but he got busy, and that situation right there kind of touched home real close. And they just, hey man, call me to the office. Here, take this down to Train's family. Tell them it's from Ruthless, and that's what it was, Doc.
Oh man, that's sad. Speaking of fires, if I may talk to a lot of people out there, I don't know if you listen to podcasts and things as much as I do or watch YouTube videos, Lonzo, but I notice a lot of our people do not like to put a battery in their smoke detector. Have you ever listened to podcasts and like every 27 seconds you hear beep?
Yeah.
That would drive me nuts. I'm just saying that's how a lot of people die in fires, and it's always, I hate to say it, but it's on Clubhouse especially. You'll hear like 3 different houses, beep, beep, beep. I'm like, Dad, can you get a ladder, go up there, put a dang battery in that thing? That would drive me nuts, Lonzo. I'm just throwing out there because a lot of people die from fires, and that's just real.
Yep, that's very true, Doc. Yes, that's very true. And most people don't know why it does that. The battery is low. That's what it is. It does it because the battery is low.
It's low.
It's dead. And if you don't change me, if something go wrong, I can't help you.
Mm-hmm.
Bottom line, If something go wrong, I can't help you. But people will ignore that shit, or they take the battery out completely and turn the son of a bitch off, and now they really can't help you. But it is what it is.
Man. Oh shit! I didn't even know that EAZY. Someone said EAZY did a fire safety commercial right after DJ Train died. Did you know that?
I did it. I set it up.
Wait, what? Talk to us about that. I never knew that existed. I gotta look that
Yeah.
up. Wait.
When him and Toker did one too. I think it was Toker or Brownside, one or two. Again, I was the liaison for Rufus with Compton, and EAZY had done some stuff. EAZY had a couple of issues with the city of Compton. I put him and Omar Bradley together, and part of the deal was EAZY had to do a fire PSA for the city of Compton, and we shot it over there at the fire department right there by Gonzalez Park. There's a fire station right there. My nephew played the fire kid. If you see the video, it's a little kid in there. My nephew, my cousin's son, played the kid in the fire. You might even see me in the video. I'm not sure, but I think camera might have passed by me or something. Yeah.
That's crazy. I'm looking at it on YouTube right now. I never knew this. Yeah, Toker also did one.
Yeah, Toker did it. Toker was there also. So yeah,
wow.
That's why people say people talk about me, Dre, whatever. I was actually closer with EAZY after EAZY left than I was with Dre or Q. EAZY, like I said, I talked to EAZY much more after they left, because he would still come by the house. Nobody else ever came back, but Cube never been back. Dre never been back. Cube, EAZY came back on a regular basis and hung out. And when they got busy, he always found something for me to do, and I always appreciated it. So I when I speak about him, I'm not just talking about him because he's not here. I'm talking about because I knew the brother. Okay, I knew Eric Wright. I'm not just Eazy-E, and it makes a difference.
I think I just saw you in the video, Lonzo. I think you like a brief, little.
It might have scanned my ass because I tried to pop in there for a minute, not being on fire.
Oh, that's crazy, man. Damn. I love finding out stuff like that.
It was cold that night too, boy.
Damn.
We shot that damn thing in January.
Oh man. See, yeah, Chicago. Gaddafi says, yeah, Chicago and LA does have a special connection. Real talk. Also, I remember when Mac 10 signed "Children of the Ghetto" to Wu Gang, and that's one of the most slept on albums. "Children of the Ghetto." Okay, I got to check that one out. Oh yeah, they're going at it in the chat room. Never mind. But yeah, man. Let's see. Was Sugar Hill Gang the first rap song that you ever heard, Lonzo? And what were your initial thoughts on this thing called rap music?
The first song I ever heard, rap song I ever heard, was actually Christmas Rap from Curtis Blow. But we heard that, we thought it was a great song, but that was gonna be it. I think Christmas Rapping came out 78.
Okay.
Christmas is one thing I know, and it's about this time I'm gonna celebrate this with a rhyme. Boom, boom, and then 79 turned out Sugar Hill dropped with their song, and that changed everything. That was a guaranteed hit from the time it hit the first turntable to right to this day.
Yeah. Curtis Blow was there at the beginning. Yeah, I remember that Christmas rapping song. It's it didn't hold up too well, but
huh?
I said it didn't hold up too well in 2022, but
that song, put it on a Christmas time, see what happens. That song get more love than any song. Everybody knows the words to it. Everybody sings it, they love it because it was when hip hop was fun.
Yeah.
Curtis Blow did hip hop. Curtis Blow did no killer hip hop. Sugar Hill Gang didn't do no killer hip hop. Neither did Grandmaster Flash and Furious 5. They was always doing something. They was uplifting. They was cerebral. They had you thinking about things, but they didn't do no shoot 'em up hip hop. Hammer damn show didn't. So we had a nice little run of nothing but uplifting, feel good party music, and then all of a sudden, bam, here comes something new and different, and everybody changed. The whole set changed, and it's still changing right to this day.
Mm. Yeah, man. It's just getting deeper and deeper into the disrespect and the today's hip hop. I don't know, man. I'm so far removed from it. It's not even funny.
You know, it's amazing. This generation requires demands so much respect, but they're the most disrespectful generation I've ever known in my life.
Mm. Mm.
That's why I would not run another club. Not for this generation. No. You can't tell them nothing. You tell them something, it's automatically. Oh, you hurt my feelings. You're making me feel some kind of way. Motherfucker, yeah, I'm gonna make you feel some kind of way because I told you something that you don't like.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't tell them what they don't like because they don't like it. Oh man, come on, dude. I would be considered toxic. I would be considered toxic. A toxic. What you call it?
Yeah, you've been a horrible person to be.
I would be considered toxic. Toxic masculinity. Okay, my masculinity would be considered toxic, and I would tell them, sit your bitch ass down and go deal with it. Okay, but you can't do that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
you can't do that. You can't do that no more. Okay. They sensitive ass millennials. Oh, I'm going to get my gun and shoot up the whole place because I can't have my way.
Exactly. Emotional.
I never had a fight before in my life. My mother never spanked me. My daddy, I don't know who the fuck that is. And now because you hurt my feelings, I must take all my feelings out on you and shoot everybody in the fucking party, including myself.
Yep. Yep. That's you summed it up right there, man.
Okay. All right. I don't know who my daddy is. My mama never spanked me. Mama treated me like I was her friend most of the time. So now that I'm pissed off, I have to display have a temper tantrum. Only I can't stomp my feet. I got a rusty ass gun. I'm gonna show you I'm a gangster now.
Yeah.
Okay. So
yeah, man. Yeah. Well, dude, it was nice hanging out with you, man. Any last
it's
words?
always hanging out. Always good hanging out, Doc. Always a blast hanging out, folks. Hey, man, I apologize for my guest not making it. But you know what, though, Dusty? That's what we do, man. We think we Geminis. We think on our feet. We make it happen when it ain't supposed to happen. Okay.
That's right.
Thank you, 7 Mile 2020. Say I'm the GOAT.
Yeah.
Get more respect than they do. Thank you, Doc. I appreciate that, folks. For everybody in the chat room has dropped something in the hat, I appreciate you, folks. Thank you very much. Dusty, thank you for hanging out with me, Doc, at the last minute. We still got about 2 more minutes left.
Yeah, man. Hey, let's give a shout out to everybody in the chat room, man, because they were going crazy today. I see a few new names too. Shout out to 7 Mile 2020. Thank you, Jerry and Bush. I will see you representing. He says this was dope. About to go watch from the beginning. Appreciate that. Rajmir Jones. I love that name. CL says salute Godfather Lonzo, Dusty, and Chat Fam. Shout out to Ganja Roach. He says, I ain't here for the guest anyway. That's how you know you got a good show right there. They're not here for the guests. They're here for you, man. Shout out to Cadillac Gaddafi, always showing love. Crypto Charles, man. I mean, you guys are really what keeps the show going. Shout out to Willie Moe. Definitely thank you for dropping that in the bucket. Man, you guys are dope. Joshy13, you guys are the best, man. I really love you guys, man. Keep tuning in. And the best thing you could do is just tell a friend about the show. Just tell a friend about the show. That organic reaches means everything.
That's the best thing you can do, folks, to keep us growing, keep us passing, keep passing the word, and keep us growing, folks. All right, y'all. We up out of here. Dusty, thank you again, folks. Thank you again, everybody from the chat room. Thank you for watching all around the world. This is Lonzo, the Godfather of West Coast hip hop, from the West Coast to the East Coast and everything between, folks. From Eve After Dark to Constance in the Park. This is how we do it, y'all. This is how it's done. We're out of here till next time, folks. See y'all. Peace. Huh?